Hi, my name is Corey, and I am working with John, and our goal is to try to make our lives a little bit more interesting in the way of forcing ourselves to kind of look at more culture in the way maybe you might be out of our comfort zones. Me and John actually became friends because he didn't do his English homework one day freshman year of high school, and he knew that I would because we were both in chorus, and I am very punctual, and he asked to copy down my homework, and I was unsure about it, but I did it anyways, and we've just been kind of hanging out, and we've been doing more and more, and what we found is that we have these very certain types of games and movies and TV shows that we like to watch, and then we get hesitant when we decide to try something new. So with this, we're trying to force ourselves not only to try new things, but also to think about them in a way that we can talk about it and share our opinions on pretty much a weekly basis. This is going to be the intro, and I'm editing the video right now. But this was an exciting first week of trying to film different stuff. I have a lot of ideas for the future, and enjoy.
Hey guys, it's June 10th, and today we got to go see Ocean's 8. Now, Ocean's 8 was probably one of my favorite movies of 2018. Before that, I had to go take the ACT test, which was, it went fine, but it's a test. After that, I probably crashed for an hour. But then we got to go see the movie, which was great, because I had so much fun, and it was amazing. Anne Hathaway was great, Sandra Bullock was great, James was great. Just really, really overall enjoyed it.
So, we just got back from Ocean's 8, and have you seen the other ones before?
I've seen a few of them. I don't really remember what happened, but in this story it was
There's 4 of them. I looked it up this morning, because we were going to go see Hearts Beat Loud.
Yeah.
With Nick Offerman. And then he came into the yearbook office, because I work on the yearbook at school, and he was like, let's go see Ocean's 8. And I was like, we're going to go see Hearts Beat Loud. And he was like, no. So we went to go see Ocean's 8, and I really liked it.
Yeah. I'm definitely happier that we got to see Ocean's 8 rather than Hearts.
We're going to go see it next week, though.
Yeah.
So that's the big thing, because I always win in the end. So
I don't know what to say.
I loved how there's so many, famous actors
Popular
that I felt
female
like
actresses.
they didn't need to be there to make it good, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like that was kind of the appeal at the beginning, but
The
once you
reason
got
for,
through...
people to see it, because it's, I looked it up in the first 3, because it's the 4th one in the Ocean series.
Yeah.
And they were, like a trilogy. So this was kind of a start, and I think there's a new director who hadn't been, the original creator.
Exactly.
So I think they needed, the new actors and stuff to make it interesting. But I don't think it needed it at all. If there was, random people, I think it would still be a great movie. But they did an excellent job.
Yeah. I don't know how well it's going to do compared to the other movies that are coming out right now.
There's a lot of them. There's 4 or 5
movies.
this week. But I think that this is probably the most expensive one. But then there's also,
Definitely.
Solo. And Infinity War is still great. A Quiet Place is still playing here. It's weird.
Really?
It's been out since February, but it's still playing in June.
Okay.
There's 4 or 5 showings.
That was a good movie. We also saw
It was
that
great.
one.
It's my favorite one this year so far.
Yeah.
But I felt like Rihanna was great.
Rihanna's always great.
I think it was Kristen Wiig who was the person. It took me a second because I didn't really know much about the movie, so I walk in there and I was like, you see the faces, like, wait, I know that person.
Exactly. Yeah, I know that. I know that actress.
I was watching a combination of a ton of stuff that she did on SNL.
She also does the American Horror Story series.
She?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really, really good.
Anne Hathaway too.
Anne Hathaway.
It's the first time I've seen her in a movie.
Really?
She's in The Devil Wears Prada. That's how I first.
That's a good movie.
I keep telling myself I need to watch it because I love Meryl Streep, but I haven't watched a ton that she's in.
Oh my gosh. She also does Les Mis. That's another good
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else was in it?
The
woman from Atomic Blonde. Is that the lady? Is that a different
I think that's a different No.
I saw her and she looks from the person from Atomic Blonde, but I never see it on
looks
the
exactly
screen.
like that.
I love her hair. It's short, but it's great.
Yeah.
Who
I feel
else?
like this kind of generated its own momentum. The other Ocean movies that came out before were kind of silent, but this one is an all-female crew as well, which I kind of think brought a lot of the appeal to it. So it was different, and that's what made it kind of special.
I like how it was his own thing too. I felt the original one, it seemed, well, I haven't watched them, so I can't say, but would you say that it was like a trilogy, or were they each their own separate thing?
They definitely had aspects of like the same, like they're all going to steal stuff, but
But
it's
is it
their
like
their own story.
its
They're
own
like they're
plot or
independent. They could be an independent movie if they wanted to be.
Okay.
But it makes sense to have them in a series.
Okay. I also like the fact that you didn't need to know necessarily everything that was going on in the movie. Like, I liked how
You can fall asleep halfway through and wake up and be like, oh, okay.
Well, I don't think that's true. But, like, the moments where it was, like, an hour in, or, like, an hour and a half into the movie, and then here's this new aspect of something that was supposed to happen earlier, but now you're just finding out about it, and it makes more sense than something that you didn't think about. Like, when they took all the other stuff at the very end.
All the other jewels.
The
British collection,
I wasn't thinking about that, but there was one moment where they were walking through, and you see, like, it was a great necklace, and it looked very similar to the one that she had on, that they were originally stealing, and then they had like little tassels that went lower, and I was like, why aren't they stealing that one? That looks like so much easier. And then they did,
Exactly.
and I was like, there you go. Mwah. But like the fact that Anne Hathaway's character was like
in on it,
yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah,
it was like, it's the one character who didn't have like
really
her own
great.
plot, but then she did.
Yeah.
You know, like, I felt like they were just using her the whole time, and then it was like, no, she's using them.
Also, the secret revenge on the boyfriend, that was good.
I
thought that was good
how too. I was thinking when they first mentioned it, how she was gonna get back at the boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting the character's name. I never remember them. But I liked how I was thinking that I was like, oh, now this is over, and now we're gonna blame this person as like an added on effect. But I liked how it was baked into it. Like, doing this was going to do it, and also James Corden. I forgot about him.
Overall impressions?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
Let me see. I got my ranking. It's on the phone. That's why I can't look at it. I think right now I have number 1 as A Quiet Place, and number 2 as Annihilation, and then number 3 is Solo, A Star Wars Story. Probably rank it above Solo, so number 3 for me, I'd say.
Mine would probably be number 2.
What's your top?
The Solo, A Star Wars Story.
How'd you like that?
It was good. I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like as an action adventure kind of movie, I really enjoy those, so it just kind of fit my taste.
So number 2, but what's your number 1?
A Solo, A Star Wars
Oh,
Story.
okay. It's very equal for me for Annihilation, and like obviously it can change around a little bit, but like I'd say that it's about that top 3 for me right now.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I think it's good.
All right.
Well, I got a little bit sunburned because I went to my brother's graduation today, and it was really nice, but there was, well, okay, so I decided to look nice, right? Because I didn't want to look like crappy for my brother's graduation. I had a white shirt and a burgundy bow tie and a plaid pocket square, excuse me, and then a blue blazer, and I had everything on, and then I didn't put on sunscreen beforehand, and it was very sunny out today. As you can see, there's like there's like clouds, but not like a ton. But anyways, we were already there, and my mom's like, do you want to put on sunscreen? And I'm like, no, I don't want to get anything on my blazer, because there's going to be like pictures with my brother afterwards, after the ceremony's all over. So I don't, and then the sun's like beaming down my neck, and I don't know, I haven't seen it already. I hope I got a good shot of my neck right there. That's my neck. All sunburned. And then it was really funny because I looked in the mirror, and because the sun was like here and back, and then it went like to my left side. So I don't know if it's gonna be able to show right here, but the sunburn on my forehead is like more like intense than it is on this side. Hopefully it goes away. I put aloe as soon as I got home, so I'm hoping that like by Sunday, I'm hoping that it won't be as intense. Yeah. So also, I've been growing these nice flowers. So I just watered them. I haven't watered them in a few days because it rained, and then I kept forgetting after that because it was like out of my schedule. So here are some zinnias, and they're growing nicely, but they're like very clumped together. So I'm gonna like, after a while, I'm gonna see like where flowers are growing and which ones don't, and I'm gonna transplant them into like these little things. And I have some more cups as well in the garage. These are zinnias. I think these are marigolds. I'm not sure. And then Kipper's vines that were, they're in like this little thing right here, so they're filled with water, and they're like kind of wilting a little bit, so I took them out. Kipper's vines, except these two didn't. Maybe I forgot to put seeds in there. Zinnias, marigolds, zinnias. So I got Canterbury bells, marigold, zinnias, and Cypress vines. And these ones, these are like the marigold ones. And those are the seeds that I got this year. And then also over here, these are tomatoes. Over here, this is a bed that me and my dad worked on last summer, and we put beets. There's 3 rows of beets right here. Then I'm gonna plant carrots probably tomorrow in there in the middle. Cucumbers came up yesterday, I believe. On this side, I think that seeds just grew faster than this one. But over here, we also have some stuff. I think that's one right there, but the other ones are still working their way up. But there's a whole different type of cucumber seed. I don't know what they're called. So now it's Sunday, and today I had a Speaking in Taps rehearsal. And so Speaking in Taps is this pre-professional tap company, and I've been doing it for, this is my 6th year. It's crazy. I started in 7th grade, and now I'll be a senior in high school. We actually just performed in the Hamptons. Sometimes we perform at the DC Tap Festival, but we didn't do it this year because not enough people could go. But next year I'll go. And you can see my sunburn is still real bad. I put some aloe on it twice yesterday, and it's still like not perfect. But so this is some eggplant I'm eating, and this is some sugar water I'm making because we got some hummingbird feeders. I try to do it every week because in the summer, like, you can get ants. Right now there's a ton of ants in ours at the moment, and they come often. They usually it's like built up until like June or July is when they're coming the most, but we put them out this year, and then like 3 hours afterwards there were like 4 or 5 hummingbirds that came. They were just like here back from wherever they go for the winter. I'm gonna go outside for a second. So here, this is the outside. So I've actually been growing some garden, like flowers in the front yard. We actually got these really nice white marigolds. I think 2 weeks ago, there's this place in nearby where I live. They're going out of business, so we decided to look because it's the last season, and we usually get some really nice tomatoes there. But they had these white marigolds, and this one's kind of dirty. But we got like 2 things of like that each had 9 flowers on them, and I've never seen these, like, they're technically like cream colored or whatever, but I've never seen these colored marigolds because normally they're like red or yellow or orange a lot of times, or like a mixture of both. And then we got these ones. But we also got this flower right here, and it's really tall. Let's go down and back up again, and it's really nice. But the other ones have been getting eaten by rabbits that we have nearby. But there's some buds. I don't know if you can, let me try. Here's some buds right here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm making this video right now, sitting on my couch downstairs. But yeah, there's so much ideas for the future, and I'm excited to even get started on them for next week.